Nate and Stasia don't mind sharing with us their sexual erotic behavior.
Oh, in other words, they got freaky deaky this episode.
Sure enough. And they had that swing. Remember when we had a swing like that? Where did that thing go?
I don't know, but we need to find that bad boy. Welcome to Cliff Alerts. Today we're going to be talking about Lifetime Network's reality-based TV series, Married at First Sight, season number 15, episode number 12.
But before we get into it, please like, share, and subscribe. Please send us your comments. Click that notification so you know when we upload new content. And we thank you for supporting our channel.
Yeah, this week Nate and Stasia had a visit from Dr. Pia.
Yeah, and Dr. Pia was there to explore intimacy and trust. And Stasia told her that the last time she saw them, they were in a rough place.
Yeah, weird place.
But for right now, most of the issues have been resolved.
Yeah, Nate says that he's definitely been trying, but there's still some trust issues that Stasia is having that's causing problems between the two of them.
Right, and Stasia said she's a check you kind of girl. So basically she's saying that although Nate is saying all the things that she wants to hear, she's one who likes to check out what you say. She clearly has a problem with trusting Nate.
Yeah, Nate.
Because of past relationships.
And Nate is also saying that Stasia doesn't do well in articulating those issues.
Right, and he said he is getting frustrated.
Yes.
From doing that. So Dr. Pia's guidance is she gave them a little gift basket. It had some sex toys and a swing, and I guess they met up at they say it's a dungeon, intimate kind of room space. I didn't see it as a sex dungeon.
Yeah, but the one thing I just did want to note that, and it was an important point that I think Dr. Pia made to both of them, but she was addressing specifically Stasia. Dr. Pia asked Stasia if she links fact-checking with control.
Absolutely, that's what fact-checking is all about.
That is probably
controlling the situation. That is a ghost she has brought into their relationship, and she needs to
from
kill.
The past.
She needs to kill that ghost so she could move on, because it's clearly affecting Nate in a negative way.
Okay, back to the sex dungeon that you were talking about.
So they seem like they went into a cozy space. My understanding of a sex dungeon is something dark, and you have these
kind of cryptic and all that. And
yeah. So they tried out the sex toys, and they handcuffed her to the bed, and
Stasia wasn't comfortable with that.
Well, she wasn't comfortable.
Or didn't seem like it to me.
Didn't seem like it, but she got into it. After a while, this couple forgets that cameras are there, and they were getting into it. He pulled a cover over her, and he was trying to do the do. They were both clothed. He just had on a pants, but clearly you could see what his intentions were. And then they had one of these swings. It's always good to find an erotic space where both people can feel comfortable and do what they want to do.
Yeah, it seems like they were even connecting even more in an intimate way, which was the objective for
the intimacy, hence the dungeon situation.
As part of the exercise Dr. Pia gave them this week.
Right, because one thing to note, Stasia said she didn't like, regular old sex. She wanted to mix it up some.
She wanted to be spontaneous and different, and not be boring and or routine.
Right, so it's always good to change stuff up.
And I think Nate's trying to do that.
Everybody's trying to do that, it just keeps stuff spicy. So we see Nate and Stasia meeting with the girls, and Nate meeting with the fellas. They're playing ball, and they're talking to each other about how their relationships are advancing. Nate didn't have any real complaints about Stasia, and neither did Stasia have any complaints about him. It seemed like they're really getting into each other. They're exploring and advancing their sexual life with each other, and it seemed like, you know, whatever big ticket issues that they are having is not affecting them from moving forward, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, Stasia was keying it up with the ladies on the beach, and it was like wine, women, and words, wasn't it? And she had nothing but positive stuff regarding her relationship right now at this point.
Right.
You know, as they move towards that decision.
And even when she was on Married at First Sight
The
after party, she explained that, you know, sometimes she and Nate tends to forget the cameras are there, and you know, they go at each other. So, you know, I guess that may or may not be a good thing, but it works for them. So that's the only thing that's the most important thing. It works for them.
Yeah, and again, I know it bears repeating, but they just seem like they're in a good space right now, moving in the right direction, and I think that they've had some issues, but it seems like they're both willing to kind of address those issues and move forward together.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You're always going to have something, you're going to get over something, and then something else is on the horizon. The big things, the little things, sometimes they all come at the same time, but as long as you're working together and getting through the ups and downs, the uprisings, and the lonely times, the sad times, the happy times, the joyful times. And you're going to be okay once you're together and you understand that, you know, it's a journey. And you don't have to stop now because there's a issue. It's a journey, so that too shall pass.
Seems like they've got that component in terms of their relationship worked out.
But Stasia will have to watch that tendency she has to fact check Nate, because that can get old pretty quickly, particularly for a man.
And no question about it, because he's probably going to feel like at some point in time that he's not being given the benefit of the doubt going into something, you know. And that's not a good place for a guy to be.
No, he wants his woman to trust him.
Exactly.
So, you know, and of course you don't give your trust a scrub. There's a difference.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a difference between a man who is standing to protect you, and one who just wants to take advantage of you, and you got to know the difference.
Yeah, he just wants the benefit of doubt from the beginning to trust him.
Yeah. So that's all we have. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please send us your comments, and the notification button, please click it so you get new content once we upload it. Thank you, and have a good week.
Yeah, Nate, Stasia, keep it rolling.
We gotta find that swing.
Who you telling?